E.N.D here. Bloomburrow is a plane teeming with adorable and strange behaving creatures, including raccoons. These raccoons are notorious for collecting and acquiring a hoard of objects. While these items might seem like trash to us, they are as valuable as treasure to the raccoons. Acquiring this treasure requires effort, and Bloomburrow provides us the perfect mechanic for it. Expend. Expend is a rules term, tracking how much mana you spend to cast spells over the course of the turn. For example, Junk Blade Bruiser's triggered ability is looking for you to spend your 4th total mana to cast spells during a turn. Not your turn, but any turn. But how do you play Expend? Let's build our battlefield and let's cast Muera Trash Tactician. Muera Trash Tactician has: whenever you expend 4, you gain 3 life. Whenever you expend 8, exile the top 2 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. Any creature with Expend, it's a normal creature spell. Therefore, when casted, it will go on the stack. There can be a counter, there can be a response, nothing happens, and Muera will hit the battlefield. Muera has 2 Expend ability, Expend 4 and Expend 8. To Expend 4, I need to cast spells with total mana value 4 or greater. Expend 8, I need to cast spells with total mana value 8 or greater. Let's start casting spells, and I'm to cast Sword of Wealth and Power for 3 generic mana. Expend 4 doesn't trigger because for the time being I only spend 3 generic mana. Let's cast another spell, Elos Jetty, for 1 generic mana. Now, because my total mana value that I casted during my turn is 4, Expend 4 ability of Muera will trigger and I will gain 3 life. Another scenario, let's cast Vault-Born Tyrant for 7 mana. Because I casted a spell with 7 mana and my total mana value is 7, Expend 4 will trigger and I will gain 3 life. Scenario 2, let's cast Gold Vein Hydra where X equals 4. Because my total mana spent in this turn is 4 plus 1, that is 5, Expend 4 will trigger and I will gain 3 life. Scenario 3, let's cast Great Train Heist with Spree. If my total mana value including the Spree is 4 or more, Expend 4 will trigger. If not, Expend 4 will not trigger. Scenario 4, I'm going to plot Slick Shot Shove. When you plot a card, you are not casting the card. Therefore, it is not included in the Expend. It is also the same when you activate abilities like Bristol Bill Spine Sawer. An Expend ability can trigger only once each turn. It's looking specifically for the 4th mana spent, not every 4th mana. The permanent with the ability needs to be on the battlefield to see you spend the mana. Notably, if you spend 5 mana to cast Junk Blade Bruisers itself, its ability won't see that. It's on the battlefield, you're spending at best your 6 mana to cast spells that turn, so the ability will have to wait until next turn to trigger. It doesn't matter what happened to the spells you cast, they could have resolved, not resolved, been countered, or they could have still be on the stack. You cast them, that's the important thing. All mana you spend to cast spells counts, not only mana to cover the mana cost. Additional costs such as offspring cost, alternative cost, and the like of all factored in. So that's how you play Expend. I believe it's an interesting mechanic, especially for raccoons. Leave a comment below, what do you think about this new mechanic? And as always, subscribe to here, subscribe for my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world. I'm out.